by denying sex to their men. It was the original Bush doctrine. Getting men to change their destructive ways by threatening to leave them, humiliate them, or cut them off in bed, it's a tale as old as time. In the ancient Greek play Lysistrata, as a child, I had 2 of my Bratz dolls deported. I don't hate all brown people, just the brown ones.
Ever wonder what happens when a comedian roasts a former first lady? Bill Maher just showed us. And boy, did he cook Melania Trump to a crisp. But wait, there's more. Maher didn't stop at Melania. He also took aim at Laura Loomer. And now Trump's throwing a tantrum that would make a toddler proud.
I'm taking our child. He would be stunned. We have a child? No more porn stars. No more stealing your makeup. Toss his boxy clown suits on the front lawn. Just tell him I'm leaving you and now, I know I'm probably dreaming and Melania isn't gonna do any of this, but what if she had someone to do it with? Divorce is always easier in pairs. What if you had a buddy, Melania?
Curious about what Maher said that got Trump's diaper in such a twist. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
For example, my spirit animal was eaten by Haitians. My biggest fear is immigrants taking my job as a right-wing hate monger.
Alright folks, buckle up because Bill Maher just took Melania Trump for a wild ride on his Comedy Express. The late night funny man didn't hold back when he set his sights on the former first lady, and boy did he deliver some zingers that had his audience rolling. Maher kicked things off by poking fun at Melania's recent public appearances, or should we say lack thereof. He joked that she's been spotted less often than Bigfoot these days.
So far, over a dozen Republican candidates tried to stop Trump and couldn't. Hillary couldn't. Never Trumpers couldn't. Mueller couldn't. Is there anyone left who can check Donald Trump? Finally, new rule, Melania Trump must do what dozens of buildings around the world have done and take the Trump name off. So far, yes, Melania. It's not anti-feminist to say that in addition to doing everything men can do intellectually, women also have another power. The power of the ultimatum.
But when she does show up, Maher quipped, it's like watching a mannequin come to life. Stiff, plastic, and probably wishing she could go back to her display case. But wait, there's more. Maher couldn't resist taking a swing at Melania's infamous Be Best campaign. He suggested that maybe she should have started with Be Present or Be Interested first. Ouch! The comedian even threw in a jab about her modeling career, saying that her most convincing pose these days is pretending to be happily married. And just when you thought he was done, Maher pulled out the big guns. He compared Melania to, drumroll please, Marie Antoinette. That's right folks. He said Melania's attitude towards the American people is so out of touch, she might as well be saying, let them eat Trump steaks. The audience was in stitches, probably imagining Melania in a powdered wig, trying to cut a well-done steak with a golden scissors. But the real kicker came when Maher started imitating Melania's accent. He had the crowd in hysterics as he imagined her reaction to Trump's latest legal troubles. Oh no, Donald, you go to jail, I finally free. It was savage, it was brutal, and it was pure Maher gold. Well folks, it looks like Bill Maher wasn't content with just roasting the former first lady. He decided to add another name to his comedy hit list, Laura Loomer. You know, that far-right loudmouth who keeps getting kicked off social media faster than you can say conspiracy theory. Maher turned his razor-sharp wit on Loomer, and boy did he go to town. He compared her controversial statements to the ravings of a drunk uncle at Thanksgiving dinner. The only difference, Maher quipped, is that your drunk uncle eventually passes out, but Loomer just keeps on going. But the comedy train didn't stop there. Maher couldn't resist poking fun at Loomer's failed political campaigns. "She's lost more races than a three-legged horse," he joked. "At this point, she should probably run for mayor of Crazy Town. She might actually have a shot at winning that one." And let's not forget about those social media bans. Maher threw in a zinger about that too. Loomer's been banned from so many platforms, she's starting to make Alex Jones look like Mr. Popular. He cracked? I hear she's trying to start her own social media site now. They're calling it Loomer. The audience was in stitches as Maher tore into Loomer's conspiracy theories. He compared them to a game of Mad Libs written by a hyperactive kid hopped up on sugar. Deep state, lizard people, Jewish space lasers. It's like she's playing conspiracy bingo and she's determined to fill the whole card. So how did Laura Loomer end up in Maher's comedy crosshairs? Well, it seems she couldn't resist inserting herself into the Trump drama, defending the former president and his family online. Big mistake, Laura. Big mistake. Looks like our favorite orange-tinted former president just had a meltdown that would make a toddler blush. What could have possibly ruffled Trump's feathers this time? Well, it seems Bill Maher's comedy routine hit a little too close to home for old Donnie. When Trump caught wind of Maher's roast, he didn't just lose it, he went full-on nuclear. His reaction was more explosive than his hair on a windy day. The man fired off angry tweets faster than you can say "Kafef," and boy, were they a doozy. In one particularly spicy tweet, Trump ranted, "Bill Maher is a lowlife who should be banned from television. He's not funny, just mean and nasty. Sad." But wait, there's more. Our thin-skinned former commander-in-chief even threatened to sue the comedy show. Really, Donald? I guess someone skipped their civics lesson on the First Amendment. Of course, Trump's loyal band of supporters couldn't resist joining in on the action. They flooded social media with comebacks, but let's just say their zingers were about as weak as a Mar-a-Lago Moscow mule. One supporter tweeted, "Bill Maher is just jealous of Trump's success, MAGA," which is about as original as a knock-knock joke at this point. As the dust settles on this latest Trump tantrum, it's pretty clear who came out on top in this battle of wits. While Maher landed punch after comedic punch, Trump was left flailing like a fish out of water. It just goes to show, you can take the man out of the White House, but you can't take the Twitter out of the man. Well, folks, it looks like Bill Maher just served up a comedy roast hotter than Trump's spray tan. The funny man proved that sometimes all you need to take down a political giant is a sharp wit and a microphone. Trump might have his Twitter fingers, but Maher's got zingers that hit harder than a subpoena. Let's face it, when a comedian can make the former president lose his cool faster than his hairpiece in a windstorm, you know they're doing something right. Maher's takedown of Melania and Laura Loomer was like watching a verbal game of whack-a-mole, with Trump and his crew popping up just to get bonked back down. In the end, Maher showed us that laughter really is the best medicine for political madness. So remember, if you can't stand the heat, maybe don't pick a fight with a guy who makes jokes for a living. Keep laughing, keep thinking, and who knows, maybe next time, old Donnie Diapers will think twice before trying to out-funny a professional funny man.